Good morning, everybody. Good morning, precious people. It's the 15th of December. And this stream is really for those who are alone and who are suffering. And what I must say about suffering is there are realities of people that are feeling pain that is above and beyond their ability to comprehend how to make it stop. I've been up all night, absolutely all night. I took my medication as prescribed with food. I've been doing everything I can to the exact benefit of my health with this medication. And I have to say that I really, truly, truly understand the situation with these poor drug addicts. And for anyone to condemn anybody that has died over a drug addiction or still is suffering on the streets of any city of drug addiction. Granted, there's crime, there's theft, there's B&Es, there's car B&Es, there's violence upon each other from people like this. But I will tell you what I feel about that is that it all started from somewhere. And these people didn't just wake up to be lawbreakers of our society. They didn't. And if you truly, truly, truly have love and compassion in your heart, you would understand that this is the truth. If you go downtown and you see people, how many people in wheelchairs and walkers. I live in the city of West Vancouver, and Vancouver on Hastings Street. It's called Main and Hastings. Waste and something like that. They do some sort of terrible thing about it. Here we are. Some of us have cars, have big homes, have big bank accounts. And these people are still. The thing I want to say is that all the crud and all the worst thing that you could think of to happen. These people are in such pain that they have no control of their genitals. So whenever you walk by somebody and they smell high to heaven of pee, it's because they have no feeling in their legs anymore. They've gone past the point of having control of their bowels. The drug addicts that take these pills end up being so constipated and so bloated out, you wonder why you see them and they're so thin, but they have a belly that's bopped out, and you know what that is. And to try and pass that much of impacted time of drug addiction, and here we are putting these people down. They're stealing our bikes. Sure they are. But they've got nothing on a daily basis because all their money goes to the drugs to help them stay alive from not killing themselves, but they still are. Because some demonic soul put fentanyl on the streets, and just the tiniest little bit inhaled by even an emergency person that's trying to save that person can die. Our world is in such trouble, and this is one of the reasons why I know for even myself, being in the hospital, and I said, I don't want to be a drug addict from this hydromorphine. And I was adamant, and I wasn't taking it for a while because I was so afraid. I was cutting the pills down to just a bare minimum, and I wasn't getting it into my system, and little did I know. And I heard the doctor and the nurses say she's adamant, she's fierce, she doesn't want to be a drug addict. We've got to teach her and show her that this is for pain, that this is absolutely, essential. And I heard this. And I'm sure that every single person that needs their hips replaced, a knee replacement, has a herniated disc, has a neck that's out, that's become a quadriplegic, has had an accident, fallen off a building, fell through their stairs, whatever it is. These are our brothers and sisters. And the same thing goes for alcoholism, because those who cannot get these addictive pills choose alcohol. And their depression is so dark and so dank. I ran across an elder walking across the bridge. Before, I couldn't walk as bad as I am now. I said to him, "How are you doing with your alcoholism?" "Well, I'm not." I said, "Why?" He says, "Because it's too damn easy and there's nothing else to do." He's a carver. He's a very, very, very accomplished carver. But I see him in his window, and as he's carving, I could see the pain on his face of just how bad it is that his wife died of cancer. And before she died of cancer, she just cleaned up the whole family of all their assets before she died. And it had been going on for 3 years. Families rob from families. And it's because they have no way of sourcing themselves out to get what they need. Isn't that the truth, everybody? One person's watching me. And I just wonder, does anybody really, really take in account? We have lost 3,000 people since the spring to death, to overdose. 3,000. And now they talk about this COVID thing, 300,000 in the States. And yet I still see people playing Russian roulette with their masks, playing Russian roulette with their lives. And why? I'm guessing that people just think they're invincible, that it's okay, they're not going to. And it's all this, what do they call it? Something theory. I don't know how to say it. I have to lay down because my leg can't. I'm ready to fight. And I am fighting. I'm fighting with all my might, just to keep myself from not feeling like I'm not loved, not having a family because they're addicted, because they're angry, because they don't believe the history of abuse, the family dynamics. It's just a leg. It's his body. He loves to be close to me. I've helped a lot of people that were on the street. It's been 25 years of helping people, and I wanted to. I remember one time there was a alcoholic. He got kicked out of his house, apartment. He was a diamond driller. He had all these drill bits that were worth a lot of money. And people were picking all the stuff, like going through it, picking, like stealing it. So I took it all. I begged a guy with his car to help me take it to my apartment so I could find the person. I found a suitcase, and I ended up getting everything. And by the time I got it in my house, I didn't realize how sick this man was, that he had covered everything in his own feces. And I called the police, and they came up and they said, "Shannon, oh my God, we can't take this to the police station." This was when I was living in New Westminster, before I got engaged to this fellow whose father was the chief of police in New Westminster. Anyways, I got a hold of my daughter through a suitcase, and the daughter came and got the stuff and said, "I'll have to take you out for lunch sometime." She never came back. And that's okay, because it turned out to be one of my best girlfriend buddies. It was her boyfriend's girlfriend's father They were all close connected as a family. You know, sometimes you're not going to get the thank you. You're not going to get that, but you're going to get the satisfaction of loving somebody who didn't have somebody to protect them and to love them. So if you're somebody who's on your own, I'm on my own. And I think I'm doing pretty good, except for people that just slight me in ways. They're mean. You just have to realize that these people are not capable of compassion. There's something wrong with them. And I'm guessing sometimes people were coddled too much and they had everything going for them. Their mothers, their fathers would hug them when they scraped their knee, give them all this love, and made them feel privileged, entitled. The silver platter syndrome. So they never had to look outside of getting some emotional support. This skirt here, I asked my neighbor if she would sew it for me because I need it. It really works for me. I can just slip it on. And it works because the pants don't cut off my circulation. Although my circulation is cut off already, I cut my left leg pretty badly with the razor, not feeling it. She threw it on the back porch. Out in the rain, it got soaked. Not even a plastic bag, a little note saying, "Get better. Thank you for asking me to fix this." And I raked all inside their house there. I picked up all kinds of stuff. And these people still act like empty vessels. You have to ignore those type. You have to realize that you have a strength inside you. Whoever you are, you may have accidentally got on my stream. Whoever you are, you have joy inside you left. You have power. You have power to cleanse yourself with water and soap and feel the beauty of the heat and the cold. You have the power if you can still swallow and eat. You have the power if you can put your hands together and pray. You don't have to look to these people who look down on you for some reason. Those people are empty. And whoever watches you or tells you anything that has to do with an order towards you, you don't have to listen to anybody. You're the order, along with God, or the denomination of religion, of spirituality that is yours, nobody else's. Nobody has the right to tell you anything. Catholic, Anglican, Buddha, Hare Krishna, Jehovah Witness. I believe God is everywhere, in every bit of light, of love, of, as long as you're not hurting somebody or marrying off a child or doing some sort of weird cult where people are. But I think really, truly, there's a choice. There's a choice we all have, that we're capable of living our lives towards the end or towards the beginning, finding out what the diagnosis is you're going through. Or I think the best thing that I could tell anybody, if you have the ability to set one routine up in your life, every day at 1:00, go out with some pickers and a bucket, pick up the garbage. Every day at 1:00, go to the same coffee shop, pick up the community paper and read it. Every day that you can, if you can find something to dream about. Or if you know somebody, if you have the ability to make some rice and tuna and something nice for the birds. If you have the ability to make sock monkeys, or write a poem, start writing some letters. That's a good thing to do, is to write letters to those that who you're close to with your family, and they're not close to you. They're just your family. So today is the 15th, and because it's Christmas, I believe it's not a time to feel sorry for yourself. It's a time to know that you have somebody who feels sorry for yourself, and that's the Lord. He loves you. The angels love you. Your ancestors up there are crying for you right now because they don't want to see you sad and lonely and in pain. I turned on my YouTube channel this morning and I was so disgusted. You people that put other people down with your big mouths and hurt women, or depict them in puppetry and make them look ugly, and bring up other people's kindness as a mental illness, people that give money to each other on these streams. Shame on you for your jealousy and your envy. There's one man on the internet and he gives money away like running water. And he's from Canada here, and I'm not sure what to think of it, but you know what? I think he's just a simple soul with a big heart and a little bit of a country boy, you know, simplistic way about him. But it's no reason to put down people. There's a couple men that I see on these streams that put women down and make their whole content about them. And then they threaten other people. I think YouTube is one of the most vicious, volatile places. You're not wading in water that's from a lake or from an ocean or from the sea, or a beautiful bathtub or a jacuzzi, or even a puddle as a child, the joy that that puddle came. I think YouTube is really wading knee high in manure. I really do. I think that people that absolutely think it's okay to shame people, to abuse them, to mimic them, mock them, parody them, it's horrible. And I also think that people that do their addiction and let their addiction be live, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, smoking the other stuff, all I can say is that maybe you put your channel down as it's not made for children. Children are not allowed to watch, but you and I all know. So I'm probably going to go now. I have the urologist doctor that's supposed to call me between 10:30 and 12:30. And I'm hoping that they're going to get on my leg, get on that tumor pretty quick, because I'm going to lose my leg. I can't bear down on my leg, and it's so painful now. I can't feel it, except for when shooting pain goes down from the nerve. So I guess probably I will go and I will say prayer. Lord, please help the people that are homeless. Help the ones that are suffering with their drug addiction. Help the ones that are at home waiting for their operations. And for those of you who are home alone, God bless you. I hope that you can find some serenity today, some calm. Meditation really works. Prayer and meditation. And unfortunately, medication as well. I know now that the best thing that I can do is definitely log everything that I'm going through with what I'm eating, if I'm sleeping, if I'm in pain, and have a designated area. So take care, everybody. God bless you. Bye.